You are watching Market Watch, the brief overview of the key events from the world of finance. The current week begins with a weekend in the United States, in connection with the celebration of Martin Luther King Day. But otherwise, this week may turn out to be very volatile, because tomorrow Britain will report on the situation on the labor market, Germany and Canada will publish inflation reports. Also, every next day will be full of important macroeconomic publications that can have a noticeable impact on the market. At the same time, the main issue for any investor remains the prospect of changing the monetary policy of the world's largest central banks. For example, a significant slowdown in inflation in Germany may put strong pressure on the euro and vice versa. Its growth will contribute to the strengthening of the euro to US dollar currency pair. In addition to the publication of important reports from the United States, investors are closely monitoring developments in the Middle East. A number of relevant experts interviewed by Bloomberg declare the prospect of strengthening oil prices. In this case, it is not so much about rapid growth, but the activity of sellers may decrease significantly. The fact is that tensions in the Red Sea can lead not only to disruption of oil supplies, but also a number of goods, which in turn will push inflation up. We also hear about capacity problems in the Suez Canal, which is a bullish signal for buyers of black gold. Problems on global trade routes are a risk factor that should help precious metal quotes. But not this time, because disruptions in delivery times through one of the largest trade routes can cause a stir, pushing inflation up. This is an extremely negative scenario for gold, because rising inflation will help keep the key interest rate at a high level, which in turn will not allow the yield of government bonds to decrease. As a result, investors will have an ideal alternative for gold, with a high degree of reliability and an unusually high percentage yield. The exact opposite for US government bonds is the cryptocurrency market, which attracted a lot of attention last week. But despite the approval of 11 applications for the creation of a Bitcoin ETF at once, the largest cryptocurrency did not stay above $47,000. The lack of demand above this level indicated the weakness of buyers, dropping quotes below $42,000. But once again, we remind you that today is a day off in the United States, and therefore access to new investment funds will be provided tomorrow. At the same time, the $40,500 mark is a more significant support, the breakthrough of which can significantly increase the activity of sellers. That's all I have. Follow the news carefully and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.